Yogis, Emmy here. Today I have a 15-minute plank flow. This will be fun because plank has all the credit for doing this amazing stuff for your arms, your back, your core. It's just overall a great workout. So we'll do 15 minutes of a little yoga flow, includes a lot of planks. Let's get started in a child's pose. You can separate your knees about mat width apart. You can sit down on your feet and then just walk your hands forward and rest your head on the mat. Take a moment in this posture to breathe and just acquaint yourself to your breath. Get comfortable on your mat. Feel a little bit of a relaxing back stretch. You can roll your forehead left to right. Get a little bit of a neck stretch. Massage your forehead into the mat. Right, let's press our hands into the mat and come up into a tabletop posture. You can place your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips, and your feet can be about the same width as your knees. Take a deep inhale, turn your gaze and your tailbone up and come into cow pose. On an exhale, tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone and pull everything up tight into cat. Inhale, turning your gaze up, your tailbone up, stomach dips down low, but your core is in nice and tight. Come into cow. And exhale, tuck it in for cat. Inhale, cow. You're welcome to go at your own pace, by the way. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Really pull those shoulders away from your ears and feel your back strengthening. Tuck it for cat. Let's come to a neutral spine. You can tuck your toes behind you. Take your right arm out in front of you and let's just find some arm circles. Wake up the shoulders. Swing them up and around at any speed that you like. Now let's find the reverse direction. Keep spinning, find some body movements. You're just warming up real quick. When you get to the top, stop and really reach. Now take your right hand and slide it under your left shoulder, placing your shoulder on the mat. All right, press your left hand into the mat, bring your right arm back up out in front of you and place it on the mat. Let's do that on the other side. So take your left arm and sway it up and around any pace that you would like. Wake up that shoulder, get some heat in your body. Go ahead and reverse directions when you're ready. When you reach the top, stop, really reach high, and then take your left hand and thread the needle under your right shoulder, placing your left shoulder on the mat. Your left arm back up towards the sky, forward and down. Let's take one more inhale for cow. Stomach down low, core in tight. And exhale, tuck it in, cat pose. Great job. Now let's step back into plank pose. You can just hold. Try to keep your hips from raising too high. Feel strength as you press away from the mat and lower your knees. You can lean and shift your weight backwards for a second. Release that tension from your shoulders. Now let's shift our weight forward and come onto our forearms. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, lift those knees. Come into a forearm plank. Check those hips, pull them down. Press away from the mat. And hold as you breathe. Exhale those knees down. Go ahead and shift your hips back to release the tension again. Let's shift those hips forward, placing our hands into the mat and lift those knees. Let's come into plank. Check that your hips are down. Your body is in a straight line. You're pressing away from the mat, feeling nice and strong. Exhale your knees down. Shift your hips back. Shift your hips forward, press your hands into the mat, lift those knees. Now let's lower down to a forearm plank from this plank. One arm at a time. Now press back up into a plank. This time let's lower down to a forearm plank, but use the other arm first. Press back up into plank. Now let's see if we can do some slow mountain climbers. So take your left knee, touch your left elbow. Press back into the mat. Take your right knee to your right elbow. And press your foot back to the mat. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Right knee, right elbow. Plank. Shift to downward facing dog. Release those shoulders. Shift back to plank, and we'll do that one more time. Left knee to left elbow. Release. Right knee to right elbow. Release. Lower those knees down, shift back. Shift your hips forward, lift back up into a plank. Let's turn towards the left, raising our left arm up towards the sky. You can stay here, or you can try to lift your left leg and release it. Lift it one more time and release. Now let's place the left foot on the mat. Take your right knee and place it on the mat, and we'll pull up into gate pose. So left arm, left leg, right arm reaches up and over as you slide your left arm down your leg. Feel a nice stretch in the side body. Turn your gaze up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale and exhale your right hand to the mat. Take your left arm up towards the sky. Now let's take a deep inhale, and we'll crunch our knee to elbow. And then kick the leg out. Crunch the knee to the elbow. Kick your leg out. And one more time, knee to elbow. Kick it out. Cartwheel the hand onto the mat, press up into plank. Let's flow. Chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk out your dog. Let's work those leg muscles a little bit. Warm them up. Work on those hamstrings. Look at your hands, step high on your toes, step or jump behind your wrists. Inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down through heart center as you forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, hands on the mat. Step or jump back into plank. Now let's lower down into a forearm plank. Press back up. This time we'll lower down with the other arm first. Press back up. Check that your hips are nice and low. Let's do some slow mountain climbers. Left knee to left elbow. Press back. Right knee to right elbow. Press back. Left knee to left elbow. Press. Right knee to right elbow. Press. Lower your knees and shift your weight back. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Press your hands into the mat. Shift your hips forward and lift your knees for plank. We'll do that one more time. Left knee to left elbow. Release. Right knee to right elbow. Release. Press to downward facing dog. Now shift your weight forward into plank again. This time we'll turn to the right. So right arm goes up to the sky. You're facing the right side of your body. Let's lift the right leg. Exhale it down. Lift it one more time. Exhale it down. Place your right foot on the mat. Bring your left knee down to the ground and inhale up for gate pose. Right hand on right leg, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale your left hand down to the mat. Your right arm reaches the sky. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Just shoot your leg out. Crunch elbow to knee. Shoot it out. Crunch elbow to knee. Shoot it back out. Lower your foot, cartwheel your hand down to the mat, press back into plank. Now let's lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at your hands up high in your toes, step or jump behind your wrists. Inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. You can grab either arm here and just rest your chest on your legs. Maybe rock back and forth. Slowly roll up until you come up to nice standing posture. Shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into plank. This time, let's lower down to the mat with those elbows in tight and come to a laying posture. You can separate your feet about mat width apart. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, press up into cobra. Pull your shoulders down and away from your ears. Release down to the mat. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, press back up into cobra. This time, look over your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Look straight. And now lower back down. Press your hands into the mat. Shift back into child's pose. Bring those feet together, those knees wide apart. Lower your face on the mat. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly roll up to seated posture. You can roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Now let's kick those legs around us into the front. Maybe scoot forward on the mat a little. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold for seated staff. Now take your hands behind you. Your fingers will point towards your toes. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lift your hips. Come into reverse plank. See if you can lift your left knee, place it back down. Lift your right knee, place it back down. Lift those hips higher and release. Sit up tall, take a deep breath, and we'll do that one more time. Deep inhale. On the exhale, lift those hips. Lift your left knee up. Release your right knee. Release. Exhale your hips down. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. All right, let's bring our feet together. Separate our knees and come into a nice butterfly pose to finish. Sit up tall, shoulders down. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, release any tension. Maybe forward fold. Maybe sit back up. Thank you for practicing with me today.